What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol TRIT for Triterras Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, yes, we have covered this one in the past, but big catalyst from today's session, big movement to the upside, all punctuated by really solid volume down below. It was largely due to the fact that they just concluded a probe into their financials. There were some issues going on there, but it turned out that there really was no big deal, okay? Nothing that was really going to impact the company's financial standing. So in terms of overhead levels to pay attention to, I want to map a couple out as we're moving into some relatively uncharted territories. What you might notice about this section of the chart here is that this sell-off was very, very aggressive and emotional to the downside, so we don't really have a lot in terms of structure to go off of. The next major zone I would pay attention to is closer to 13, the nice round number, okay? So again, what I always have to do is give this little disclaimer. I'm not advocating that we get to 13 all in one day, aka tomorrow. Now, are we looking for momentum continuation? Sure, absolutely. Whenever you see volume that looks like this, your first thought is, okay, if volume can be on par with what we saw today, then maybe there's a chance we see another leg higher. That's the first thought, okay? In terms of levels from the 30-minute intraday time frame chart and how this actually unfolded, I would point out that it was a kind of a very sloppy move here. Not really sure entirely if it knew its direction the entire day, right? Basically, we saw a big opening drive, sold off and some, right? Taking out the low of day, and then rebounded into the close here. So again, very choppy in terms of the psychology of what was going on out there. So I would kind of play this one with caution, maybe either use smaller share size or just, don't be so aggressive with your targets and stops, okay? So all things considered, the 1815 was really an area of chop. It didn't really provide, a solid resistance. So we're going to remove that and really focus in on the highs, the cluster right here at around 850, also a nice round psychological area. And then this number here at the $7.63 mark. This can certainly stay in place for now at the $7 area. It was the prior high, kind of a breakout point, right? So that is important. We'll see if we can hold on to that going forward. And this 920 isn't so much in play. It would just simply be a break of the high of day here at the 950 mark. The last thing I want to do before we talk in terms of scenarios is just come in with the fibs from the low of the day up to the high of the day and just see if any of this is coinciding. And the 38.2 is fairly close, honestly, to some of those upper wicks around that 851. The 50 not really helping us out, and the 61.8 not helping us out as much either. But as you know, we always opt for structure. The fibs are always just the icing on the cake. So here are the scenarios. If we open up inside of this range, look for a directional move to be produced if we break out up and over 851 or break down underneath this 763. That's the first case scenario. And based on where we're trading in the post market right now, 780, we are slated to open inside of this range. If by the time the bell rolls around and we open up above, then again, you're probably not going to chase it on this gap up basically from here to here, but you're going to be patient, see if we can hold this as support at the 851, then a directional move can be produced into the high of the day there, monitoring for continuation up above. And then of course the scenario where you don't want to be involved is on an open in here underneath 763. Look for the potential to move back down towards the low of day. I would not buy that, noting that this is going to start to act as a flush point. I'm sure there are plenty of stop losses placed right around this area, so a break of 7 could easily flush the stock about $1 lower into $6.10. That's the next major area to pay attention to from right in here. So that's really going to wrap it up. There's 3 easy things to watch out for here inside of TRIT. Hopefully one of them comes true and, at least fulfills some of the scenario prophecy that we just outlined, okay? So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.